Chapter 4. I awoke to the sound of the front door clicking shut. I stirred and opened my eyes to find Grayson looking down at me. His narrow eyes were filled with an emotion I couldn't peg. "What are you doing here?" I asked. "How did you get in?" I struggled to sit up. Pain clawed through my head, stopping me cold. I sank back.
"Frankie let me in. I want to talk."
"As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing to talk about. You banned me from your casino when I needed your help. Where's Fiona?" I asked, wondering if she was hexing poor Gus as he slept on the couch.
"She's at Lost City where she's needed. Why did you get into the ring?"
"I needed vacation money. Had I known it was going to be at your casino with a muscle-bound gorilla, I never would have done it, especially since I'm banned from your precious casino." A muscle twitched in his jaw.
"I was angry. I'll lift the ban."
"No need. I'll never step foot inside the casino again. And now I have to find a new casino because you stole Backlash." I stopped.
"I stole Backlash?
He finished.
How did you know I was buying it?"
His gaze hesitated on my bruised face. "I saw you. It doesn't matter. I'll find a new casino. It's not like there's a lack of them." All I wanted was for Grayson to shut up and wrap his arms around me. This conversation was going terribly wrong. But when has anything ever gone right? I swung my legs from the bed to sit, catching myself before I toppled over. Grayson sank next to me.
"What happened to us?"
"You hired Fiona and turned your back on everyone. We needed your help."
Just because I'm busy doesn't mean I turn my back on everyone, especially you. I don't see how Fiona has anything to do with this. She's just my assistant.
A laugh rolled through me, brittle with anger. "Do you know Dagor is dead? Do you know he almost killed me again? How about Ian? Do you know he was back to see you? He stayed at your hotel. Did you know?" My accusatory questions flew. Grayson's brow furrowed.
"Ian came back? When did all this happen?"
"It doesn't matter. No one could contact you. Fiona severed all contact. She placed you in a bubble beyond our reach. Even Remy couldn't get through." Grayson's lips thinned.
That explains why he quit.
"He quit?" Grayson nodded, running his fingers through his hair.
That's why you tried to knock down my door with a crowbar.
"I don't normally force my way into someone's place." Grayson let out a breath.
I think I have a lot to apologize for. To many people, it seems. But mainly to you, Nadia. I'll talk to Fiona tomorrow about the role of an assistant director.
It was a start, but I'd rather see her fired, canned, axed, dismissed, ousted, sacked, given the old heave-ho. His fingers rose to trace a light bruise on my jaw.
You know how to keep a man on his toes,
he said. His fingers trailed, then were replaced by his heated lips, pressing a gentle kiss. There was no anger left, just warmth, except for trepidation that this new beginning would end quite suddenly, with a confession.
Will you play at the casino again?
He asked, nibbling my neck. His hands ran down my back, drawing me closer. I don't know. It was rather embarrassing being kicked out. And then I went and got my butt served to me in the ring. Grayson's head lifted to gaze into my eyes. His gray eyes, which haunted me every night, were warm, like molten steel.
You did pretty well in the ring considering who you were matched against.
A smile hinted, then evaporated.
Nadia, I will do everything I can to make things right again. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help. I want to hear the whole story, but not right now. I just want to hold you, kiss you.
His rough whisper sent a delicious shiver through me as he lowered his lips to mine. As our lips parted slowly, lingering, I knew I had to tell him. I had to tell him about Ian. I knew I'd lose Grayson again. If I could bury the secret, I would. But it was bound to reach his ears. The truth was the only option. The painful option. I was on the brink of losing myself in the kiss. His possessive lips seared mine. His hands traveled, exploring to find the path to unravel me. I broke the kiss, eyelids heavy with passion, which clouded my every thought. Every thought except one. "Grayson, we have to talk," I said, attempting to clear my head. He kissed the hollow place on my neck, whisking the air from my lungs.
I think we can wait just a little while.
I pressed my hands onto his chest. "Grayson, I want nothing more than to kiss you. But there is something you need to know. Something that you—" He paused from reclaiming the space between us.
What is it?
"You're going to hate me," I said, willing strength to help me, cursing Ian for leaving so I had to tell Grayson on my own. For marrying me to begin with. Grayson pulled me onto his lap. His brow wrinkled with a worried look I'd only seen a few times before. I smoothed his brow before I settled next to him, relieving him of the awkwardness of having to remove me as he stormed away. "I have a feeling you won't want to be near me when I tell you," I offered as the excuse for the distance.
What could be so bad?
A lot happened the night Daegor died. I was tired and drained. Grayson reached to hold my hand. His fingers brushed mine as I continued. And of course, I had to work at the chapel. So, needless to say, I was exhausted by the time Ian walked through the door.
Ian came to the chapel? Why?
"He couldn't talk to you. Fiona made it impossible." Grayson froze, his eyes focused on past events. "Remy asked Ian to return my phone, and so he did." Grayson slowly resumed caressing my fingers, though I could see his thoughts racing. "He was curious how I knew you. He was even more curious how long lost David returned." I smiled. "You should have seen Maya when her eyes fell on David. There's no doubt they love each other with their whole hearts. It was touching." He smiled too.
They've been that way since they first met.
"Well, anyway," I cleared my throat. He obviously wanted to know more, and I wasn't about to let him crash Maya and David's reunion. So, when he offered to buy me a drink after work, I agreed. Grayson stilled as though he knew the ending. "Frankie came with us. I don't remember anything. I just remember." I stalled. The words caught in my throat.
Finish your story.
Grayson demanded. His hand slipped from mine as he composed his armor, shielding himself from my words. "I woke up in your hotel with a marriage certificate and Ian lying next to me."
You married Ian!
Grayson growled. He flew off the bed.
My hotel? My bed? Where the hell is he?
"Africa. David's trying to find him." I shrank away as Grayson's anger surged.
Did you get an annulment?
"No." He spun on me.
Do you love him?
His strong hands pulled me close and captive but did not hurt. Well, not enough to make me wince. His cold, fierce eyes sparked hard like iron. I shook my head. I only knew him for a couple of hours.
That's enough for some people.
He released me, shuddering his emotions. "Grayson, I'm sorry. It's not like I planned to get drunk and marry your brother."
No, but you did, and you didn't get it annulled.
"Grayson," I said, searching for words.
I think we've said enough.
He headed for the door. One fiery glance back and he was out the door. I sunk numbly on the bed. I lost him. Again. My arm flung out, toppling a defenseless lamp.